Hello and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel, and thank you once again. Today is Sunday, and on Sundays we do an energy forecast and some guidance from Spirit for our week. And today we're looking at the week from June 1st to June 7th, 2026. And we are still under the energy of the full moon that we had yesterday. So our moon is waning. We have that energy of the full moon at the beginning of the week, and then it starts even waning more and more. All right, so we are going to keep that in mind, right? And remember, this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, right? Let go of the rest because then it's not meant for you. And if you're looking at this video from the future, know that something brought you here. So again, take what resonates. All right, before we get started, let's find a comfortable position where we can connect to each other, even if we are not in the same physical space. I start by rolling the shoulders back, moving gently the neck from side to side, front to back, and then let's take a deep inhale together to ground, center, and connect with the breath. Inhale through the nose. Hold for a couple of seconds and gently exhale, elongating that exhale and releasing tension. Now, please pick the deck that calls you or the fairy. We have the pink, the blue, and the yellow. Ready? All right, let's begin with the pink fairy. All right. We are going to set the intention, move the cards a little bit, right? And set the intention. We would like guidance for our week, for the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. And we ask with love, in light, and for our greatest good, for protection. And so it is. All right. Let's begin the beginning of the week. Ooh, settle, settle. And two for the middle of the week. And now let's see the end of the week. Right there. All right, let's see who answers the call for the beginning of the week. And it is the beautiful Empress, Major Arcana, so we double knock. So what is the message and the guidance the Empress tells us through the beginning of the week, right? The Empress is all about caring, right? She's nurturing, she's loving, is a feminine, motherly type of energy, right? That tends to help things grow and manifest and takes care of them, right? But now remember, we are the energy of the moon is influencing us this week. So we have an energy that is waning, that is decreasing and decreasing. So what would the Empress tell us throughout this waning energy of the moon, right, and the beginning of our week? So the Empress would say that right now, first, self-care is very important for the Empress. So knowing that we do listen to ourselves and to our body, and start the week not by um, putting too much energy and push, but start the week gently, right? Gently, slowly, right? It is a week of letting go. Because of that energy of the moon that we have, it is a week of letting go of things. So the Empress is keeping in mind this by telling you, be gentle with yourself. Do not push yourself at the beginning of the week. Practice self care. And also ask yourself at this time, very important, what needs to be released during this week, right? And give yourself compassion and understanding while you release anything that does not serve you, such as habits, things that bring you down, things that stress you. um, and it's all about self care and asking yourself, what do I need to release this week? Giving yourself compassion and nurturing while you do that. All right. That could be Monday and Tuesday. And let's see Wednesday, around Wednesday and Thursday. That's the middle of the week. And who answers is the two of spring and the five of spring. All right. So, okay. So we have here, this is ones, right? So the spring is ones, right? And what would the two of spring, that's the two of wands, supported by the five of spring, what's the spirit of this card advises, right? So, towards the middle of the week, the two of spring is telling you it is towards the middle of the week. It's more about not only, it's not about choices, but it is about being intentional with whatever you do, right? So either it could be a choice or it could be a decision or it just means being intentional, right? As I mentioned, this is a week of release because of that waning moon, right? So here you start the week with self care, being gentle with yourself, being loving and nurturing to yourself, right? To yourself and to your loved ones. So, but start with yourself because one cannot pour from an empty cup. And towards the middle of the week, it's saying, all right, start being intentional with the path that you choose, with whatever it is that you choose, with what you do. So every decision needs to be intentional, right? And the five of spring, that this five of wands, um, is about making sure that you protect, right, your energy and do that with being intentional. So by being intentional and saying to yourself, okay, this is where I'm going, it's not only about saying yes, but also saying no. Every time you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So, this is what these cards together mean. So, be intentional with your choices, with the steps you take, and remember that every time you say yes to something, you say no to something else. And every time you say no to something else, you say yes, hopefully to you and to what you want. So, the middle of the week, what do you really want? What do you need to say yes to? And what do you need to say no to? All right, to protect your energy and to continue letting go of things that do not serve you this week. And now the weekend, right? The end of the week, towards the weekend, and we have the Ace of Summer. And this is the water element, it is emotions. So it brings up love, it brings up joy. So it's all emotions that are positive, this Ace of Wands, right? So we are, remember, we are waning, 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 and this Ace of Summer, the Ace of Cups, brings new energy towards the weekend, right? So it is important to take momentum, right? To grab this momentum of energy that the weekend is bringing you to really do things that you love. Whatever it is that you love, perhaps this weekend, what you love is not to do anything and just to have a streaming day at home with one of your favorite shows. Do that. If what you love this weekend is actually to spend time with someone special, with your children, with your partner, with a good friend, reach out. So ask yourself on Friday, right? Settle, ground, and then ask yourself, what do I really want to do? Because there is a momentum this weekend that tells me I need to replenish my cup. And it's kind of following what the Empress said of take care of yourself at the beginning of the week, be gentle. So you end up the week this weekend by doing something you truly love. All right. So quick recap. Um, the week is about letting go. Remember, because of the energy that we have with the moon. The Empress says start the week slowly, be gentle with yourself, practice self care, be there and loving to yourself mostly, to others as well. But this is about you right now. So, how can you practice self care? How can you stay gentle throughout the day, right? Towards the beginning of the week. The middle of the week is asking you to say, what do I need to say yes to and what do I need to say no to, right? Living more intentionally and really setting intentions for towards where you're going the middle of the week. And the weekend is about what do I really want to do this weekend? Again, say no to anything that you don't want to do and really make it about yourself. Think about this as the Ace of Cups, right? So the Ace of Cups is about replenishing your cup. So there is momentum this weekend. It's all about joy and love, but that is different for everybody else. So ask yourself, what do I really want this time, this weekend? How do I really want to spend my time? And I took just a few oracle cards. So I took part of a deck that gives beautiful extra messages to give us an extra message from the oracle, right? So not all the deck, just a few, right? To make it easier, just a few messages. So let's see what the oracle wants to add to this week. Please give us a message in love, in light for our highest good. All right, this one wanted to stay. All right, psychological stress is the net effect of a condition that you are resisting, or wish to escape, but the condition does not have any power in and of itself. Nothing has the power within itself to create stress. The loud music that raises the blood pressure of one person can be a source of delight to another. A divorce may be traumatic if it is unwanted, or a release into freedom if it is desired. All right, so psychological stress is different from person to person, right? So, by changing your view of it, right? And I know this is easier said than done, but here it gives two excellent examples. So, when somebody tells us that they are going through a divorce or a breakup, that can be a really hard thing to go through, and it can be even traumatic, but not for everybody. For somebody, it is a release. It is finally being able to start new when they've been going through so much pain in their marriage or their partnership. So, what this is telling is, first of all, to be mindful how we talk to somebody who just tells us they are going through something or through a stressful situation. But the other thing is for us to right now also, this week is about, we said, releasing and letting go as the energy of the moon is waning, is asking yourself, what is giving me psychological stress, right? And how can I stop resisting it, releasing it, and then release it and change my view on it? So, what is what I can let go of that is causing me psychological stress? And maybe I need to change how I look at it, right? So, very interesting message. So, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the message. And if you want a private session with me, reach out and we can book an online session where we look at your particular situation, or you can get a pre-recorded reading sent to you if you go to my website or my Gumroad storefront. All right, let's uh, put this card here so we can use them for the next deck and to look at the blue fairy right now. All right, let's take this blue fairy and this lovely blue deck because it does give the image of being by the ocean, doesn't it? All right, let's move the energy a little bit, wake them up, and set the intention. Let the cards know what we want. Please give us advice for our week, the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week, in love and light for our highest good. And so it is. All right, let's see the beginning of the week. Now, the middle of the week. And the end of the week. Oh, the end of the week. We got more than one card and we got 3. We're gonna honor. We always honor whatever wants to come out. All right, let's move them a little bit so we have more space. All right, so the beginning of the week, and who answers our call? Oh, wow, the full major arcana, major card. This is the beginning of the journey. All right, remember, the energy of the moon is decreasing as we go from that full moon towards that last quarter. All right, and the Fool. What is the message of the Fool for the beginning of our week? All right, so the Fool is always about starting new, right? Starting our new adventure. So setting that attitude, right? So first, the Fool would definitely tell you to start your week seeing this as a new adventure. Um, there is new energy coming in. There is this energy of release. So also think about making it. It would be the exact sentence would be, what can make your path lighter, right? So as you enter this new energy, so the Fool is saying, take this new week as a new beginning and ask yourself, what can you let go of? What can you release to make your path lighter right now, right? So releasing things as we have this waning moon energy, and also starting with this fresh attitude of saying, this is a new week, and be open to what this new week brings. Remembering to release as well. When we close the door on something, we open it for something else. Remember that. And for the middle of the week, what we have is the Ace of Cups. Oh, like before, the beautiful Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is also, if we look at them, let's look at them both together because, all right, we have a new week, right? And you start with the Fool and then you go to the Ace of Cups. That's beginnings. This is telling us of this new energy that's really entering your life right now. And it is very powerful. It is a new beginning of energy. And it's at the end, as I always say, it's up to you, your choices and your decisions to what to do. So the future is not set in stone. You shape it by your choices, your decisions, your free will. But the cards are telling you there is this fresh new energy that's very impactful. And it's not only at the beginning of the week, but it continues in the middle of the week as well. So, knowing this energy of the moon that we have, that it is waning, that it is decreasing, release anything to make your walk lighter as you move through the week, and really focus on things that you love and that bring you joy. So, when you walk here throughout your week, just put your love and into anything that you do, into anything that you want to happen, because you're giving this huge new fresh energy. And the things that you love, or the things that you want, just see it as all this new energy rooting for it. So, very positive cards. Now, let's look towards the end of the week, and we have three cards that answer the call. And we have the Five of Pentacles, right? That's answer the call, followed and supported by the Ten of Pentacles and Judgment, that it is a major arcana. So let's see, what does the Five of Pentacles tells you towards the weekend, the end of the week? And the Five of Pentacles, it's a card. Fives usually denote change or certain instability energy wise. And Pentacles, is that earth element of things that are uh, physical things already in our life, of resources that we have, right? So, what the Five of Pentacles is telling us is that, okay, you've had all this new energy coming to the week. So, the weekend comes with a different, the energy changes towards the weekend, right? And the Five of Pentacles is telling you to do do not focus on loss at this time. So do not focus on what's not working, what you don't have, because all of this can make can create blockages of what actually is coming in, that is much more powerful, because we have the Fool entering with a lot of force, right? So I would recommend focus on the things that are going well. Focus on the things that are going well, but also focus on the things that you want. Look at this beautiful horse there, galloping towards the future, saying, hey, focus on the things you want, keep your vibration high, focus on the blessings you already have. Do not focus on what you do not have. And this is exactly what the Ten of Pentacles says. Raise your vibration by changing the focus of your thoughts and what you are really entertaining in your mind. So, if you have an argument with somebody, or if something just lowers your mood, pick it up by focusing on your blessings and towards where you're going, using this new energy wisely, right? So the Ten of Pentacles is the absolute opposite of what the Five of Pentacles is, right? So the Five of Pentacles is somebody who has that mindset of loss, of scarcity, right? The Ten of Pentacles is the complete opposite. It's the same man, and look how happy here he is. Everything seems to be going well, right? There is blessings in abundance. So these two cards are telling you this. If you notice that the energy starts to fall, that you are focusing on things that you don't have, or things that are not working as you wish, pick it up. Change your mind, change your focus, right? Start practicing either gratitude, looking at the things that are going well, or even visualization exercises on what it is that you want to attract to your life, where you want to go. And then we have these cards supported by Judgment. That is a major arcana card. And you start the week with a major arcana and you end it with another major arcana. And the Judgment card is also the card of karma, the card that reminds you, all right, and because here it's supporting, right? And it's saying, just make sure that as you visualize your future, as you count your blessings and stop that scarcity mindset, or that mindset of what you don't have, that the energy that you put out there is one not only of goodness to yourself, but goodness to others. Whatever you give out, you're going to get in return. So make sure that you are also giving out the same energy that you want for yourself. It is a very positive reading, very positive. Do not think that these Five of Pentacles change the energy here. You start with the Fool, that it is one of the, well, one of the most powerful and cards that says, hey, new beginnings, new energy coming in. You follow by the Ace of Cups, that it's that invitation, that opportunity of things that will bring love and happiness. So it's very positive energy coming in. The most important, as I say, is working with the moon. The moon is waning. It's the energy is decreasing. Let go of things so your walk can be lighter towards the weekend. Um, Keep your vibration raising high by focusing on blessings, on the things that you want, on the things that you want to track, visualization exercises, and also counting your blessings and making sure that what you do nice for yourself, you also put good energy and do good to others, as that just multiplies what comes back to you. All right, now let's get a message from the oracle. We would like extra advice for our week in love, in light, for our highest good. And let's see. Okay. And look at this. Love is inclusive and expands the sense of self progressively. Love focuses on the goodness of life in all its expressions and augments that which is positive. It dissolves negativity by recontextualizing it rather than by attacking it. There is a discovery that the more one loves, the more one can love. And this goes perfect with your weekend message here, the end of the week, right? Focus on love. Focus on love in all aspects, not love towards others, but love towards yourself, love towards the blessings that you have. Focus right now on love. Love is the highest vibration, is the highest vibrating energy we have. Love is what the divine source is, the great spirit, God. That's pure love. So focus on love, focus on your blessings, focus on visualizing the things that you love and give love to others. This is the highest vibration, and that will make your path even better. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the message, right? And remember, this is a general collective reading. For us to look more in depth at your particular situation, go to my website and book your private online session with me, or get your pre recorded reading. You can do both through the website or go directly to the Gumroad storefront. If you want more information or you want to book directly with me for that more personal attention, please reach out. All right. Okay. So let's put this here in the middle and let's change to the other deck, that it is the yellow fairy, and see what messages we get with this deck. All right, let's see what the yellow fairy, for those of you who picked this deck and this deck, have to tell us. Let's move the deck a little bit. All right, and let's set the intention. Please give us advice and guidance for our week, for the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week, telling us a bit of that energy forecast, and we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. Let's see. All right, we have the beginning of the week here, and the middle of the week comes with two cards that, as always, we are going to honor what they tell us, and the end of the week. All right. So see who answers the call towards the beginning of the week, and we have the Four of Pentacles. All right, the Four of Pentacles, this earth element number 4, and this card that wants safety and security, right? And the Four of Pentacles is asking you, what would create more of a sense of security for you right now, right? Um, it wants you to really focus on those things that make you feel secure, that make you feel safe, right? In different aspects of your life. So, coupled with this energy of the moon that we say we have that is waning, I would also add that it is important, as important to focus on the things that create security as to release the things that create insecurity, that make you not feel safe. So, the questions this card asks is what helps you feel more secure at this time, right? Focus on that at the beginning of the week. And also keeping in mind the energy of this. Of the moon this week is what gives you insecurity, what creates in you a sense of not feeling safe, and then you will know what you need to release as well. All right. And towards the middle of the week, who answers our call? And we have the Five of Cups and the Strength card, number major arcana 8, and we do the double knock. We have a major arcana. It is supporting this card though. So the Five of Cups, it brings sometimes these feelings of grief or sadness, right? We see the cups spilled, right? It also asks us to remember the cups that are standing up. But here, the Five of Cups, remembers, is giving us advice, right? And it's saying, as you are in the middle of the week, right, it is important to really understand that some things are not meant to come with you to your future, right? And to validate those feelings that you have for anything that's not working like you want, that is any relationships or any friendships that you know and understand are not coming with you, anything, anybody that you lost along the way. To validate those feelings, it is hard to leave people behind or to have lost people that you love and cared so much for. So validate what you're feeling, but remember also that there is love around you and that there are people that love you, there are things that are going well in your life, there is a future awaiting you. So be able to change the focus, right? So the middle of the week says validate any feelings of loss that you may be going through, right? Also understand that there is some people that are not meant to come with you to your future, right? And that there is a lot of wonderful things around you and waiting for you in your future, but it is a matter of um, seeing life with hope, right? And the strength card adds to this message because it says, life is not going to give you anything that you cannot handle. So believe in yourself. So the middle of the week is about being very loving to yourself. If there are feelings or things that are not working, give love and tender care to yourself. Remind yourself that you are never going to be served anything you cannot handle, right? And also be able to look at him, how sad he's looking at these cups. If he only turned around, he would see the rest of the blessings. If he looked up instead of down, he would see wonderful things in his future. So the middle of the week is asking you, what things have not worked or have you had to leave behind or you have to leave behind that hurt at this time, and give yourself validation, love and compassion, but also change your view, look into the future, and look at the blessings you have already. And a lot of reminding yourself of how strong you are, right? And that you've survived everything until now, and that you can still have the force to go on, and that you will never be served anything in this life that you cannot handle. All right, and let's see what the weekend brings. Oh, beautiful Major Arcana card. The World card is such a powerful card for this energy of release that we have with the waning moon, right? And it is an excellent card usually because it's a card that says that something has ended, right, energetically. So, an important phase of our life. But it's also the card that tells you that a new beginning is coming. But it's not a sad ending, it is a good, positive, beneficial ending energetically. We're talking energetically, right? So the weekend, as we have that waning energy of the moon, is all about reflecting of what is ending for you right now. What is something, and following with this here in the middle of the week, that's interesting, that's making you, so what is ending right now for you, right? What do you feel energetically that it's an ending, right? What phase is ending in your life, and what phase are you walking into? What chapter of your life are you walking into, right? And if we follow everything here for the entire reading for the week, remember, waning energy of the moon, things to release. And at the beginning, we are asking, what is giving you security right now? That's answer that question, and you know what you need to focus on. And it's also asking you, what is giving you insecurity? What is giving you a sense of not feeling safe in any area of your life? And that's what needs to be released this week, right? The middle of the week is saying, all right, what are things that, or people that you have lost, that bring feelings of what it is, something not only that maybe you have lost, but I'm sensing here with the world that what is something that truly you need to let go of. If you've realized it here may be those feelings coming that it's hard to let go of. But remember, the future and your blessings are more important, and not everything or everyone or needs to come into your future. The strength card reminds you that you are stronger than you think, and you can handle whatever life brings to you. But the World Cup is telling you, okay, chapter ended, right? There is energetically a chapter that has ended. Therefore, you need to release, let go, bring with you the good lessons, or the lessons that you've learned, and start thinking this weekend what energy, what what this energy of closure and release of the moon, what am I letting go of, what chapter is closing, and how can I start anew right now. All right, so important, because new chapter energetically, this forecast tells us an energy is closing, right? There may be some things that you need to let go of that are hard right now. Validate those feelings, but understand you're stronger, and not everything can make it into your future, and focus mostly on what gives you a sense of security. All right, now let's look at the oracle. What message does the oracle bring to add to this reading in love, in light, for our highest good? All right. By taking responsibility for the consequences of their own perceptions, observers can transcend the role of victim to an understanding that nothing out there has power over you. It is not life's events, but how one reacts to them and the attitude that one has about them, which determine whether the event have a positive or negative effect on one's life, whether they are experienced as opportunity or as stress. Yes, and this is perfect for this reading because let's put it here, see if you can see the entire reading. So it's how we react, right? And right now, my apologies, I had to drink a little bit of water. So here is your entire reading, right? So this is an what I was saying is there is an energy of closure, right? Energetically, the energy of the moon plus the world card is telling us that new chapter. Focus on what creates safety and security around you. There are things that you need to release and let go of, but that do bring um, certain emotions of how it's hard. But this card is reminding you that it is our attitude and how we react to things what can create either more stress in our life or can ease this passage. Sorry. So right now, focusing on your blessings, on the future that you want, and reminding yourself how strong you are. But understanding that there is an energy that something is closing, it's a time to change, right? A new chapter is beginning, and mostly focusing on what gives you security and letting go of the rest. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message as there may be somebody who can benefit from it. And remember, general collective reading. Reach out if you want more information on how my services and a private session with me can help you on your path right now. These online sessions mix tarot and coaching as well as energy healing. And they are great for life transitions and big changes that we're going through, right? So reach out if you want more information or go to my website to book your session or get your pre recorded reading through my storefront. Now, by subscribing and making sure you get the notifications, you will see all the different videos that I post during the week. So on Sundays, like today, we have the look of the energy forecast for the week. On Mondays, we have work and career. Tuesdays, we focus on love and relationships. Wednesdays, we have oracle messages. Thursdays, we have a look at our chakras. Fridays, we have a look at the weekend messages. So subscribe and get those notifications and leave me a comment below. See what cards did you or what deck did you pick today. I hope you have a wonderful and gentle week ahead and brightest blessings your way.